Welcome to This Explainer. Imagine we're just hanging out, sitting down together at a warm family dinner table. You know the vibe. Evening light coming through the windows, good food, great company. It's something we do literally every single day. But today, we're going to use this totally ordinary, everyday setup to explore something kind of mind-blowing. We're looking closely at our biological reality to answer a really fascinating question. Just how much of our own body do we actually control?
Picture taking a massive bite of your absolute favorite food. We walk around feeling like we're in the driver's seat of our lives, right? Making vital decisions all day, feeling like the undisputed masters of our physical forms. But when it comes to that one bite of food, actually scratch that. Our conscious control is remarkably limited. As we unpack the observable reality of human physiology today, we're going to see just how incredibly fast we hand over the keys to a system way more complex than our conscious minds can even fathom.
Let's get right into it with Section 1, the journey of a bite. Seriously, think about the immense biological distance a single simple bite travels. It starts with us, right? Just chewing and swallowing in the mouth. But from there, it takes a massive plunge right into the stomach for the heavy lifting of digestion, eventually making its way all the way down to microscopic cellular nourishment. We're talking about navigating this dark, highly acidic environment, passing through feet of intricately coiled intestines, and ultimately crossing a barrier into billions of individual cells. It's this incredibly vast, intricate pathway. It goes from a macroscopic piece of food sitting on your fork, all the way down to a microscopic molecular exchange that literally keeps you alive.
Moving on to Section 2, the autonomic nervous system.
Now, here's the crazy part. The vast majority of this entire process takes absolutely zero orders from you. None. This is the autonomic nervous system at work. It's this involuntary network running our vital functions completely off the grid of our conscious mind. I mean, you don't command your stomach to release enzymes. You don't sit there calculating the exact pH required to break down a carb versus a protein. The system just takes over. It's essentially a highly advanced biological autopilot, handling all these insanely complex logistics while you just sit back and enjoy the taste of your dessert.
Which brings us to Section 3, the illusion of control.
This setup illustrates a pretty stark contrast. Your jurisdiction literally ends at chewing and swallowing. That is the whole shebang for you. Meanwhile, this immense, intricate, autonomic machine steps up and handles all the heavy lifting. It's breaking down food, synthesizing enzymes, absorbing nutrients, and it does all of this without ever once asking for your permission. Your part in the process is so incredibly brief and, well, superficial. You get to experience the fun part, the flavor, the texture, but the true mechanical labor of turning that food into living, breathing tissue, that's entirely out of your hands.
A really great commentator on this topic actually hit the nail on the head. They put it perfectly, saying, even the most capable cause, the human being, contributes only chewing to digestion's chain. Wow, I love that because it's this profound pivot from straight biology to deep philosophy. Think about it. For all our intelligence and capability, for all the monumental things we as humans can build and achieve out in the world, keeping ourselves alive fundamentally comes down to just chewing. We love to consider ourselves the ultimate primary cause of all our actions, but our biological reality tells a much more humbling story. Because the truth is, the moment you swallow, you completely surrender the process to an order far beyond your will. It operates on its own complex set of rules, completely detached from your intelligence or whatever commands you might try to give it. It's kind of like dropping a letter into a mailbox. You control writing the letter, you open the chute, but the second you let go, an entire invisible infrastructure of trucks, sorting facilities, and postal workers takes over. Your body functions exactly the same way. You just drop the food in, and the internal infrastructure handles the rest.
And that leads us nicely into Section 4, beyond our will.
So here is exactly where the science directly challenges our human ego. Claiming I am self-sufficient directly contradicts observable reality. Think about it. If we don't even have our hands on the steering wheel of our own digestion, if we can't actively choose to extract vitamins or generate energy through our own conscious willpower, then absolute self-sufficiency is kind of a myth. We are entirely dependent on this biological order that we didn't design, that we do not consciously command, and that operates beautifully without a single ounce of our managerial oversight.
So wrapping this up, what are the core takeaways here? First, our conscious will essentially ends at chewing. Second, the life-sustaining processes keeping us upright are completely out of our hands, meaning every single bite we take instantly joins an uncontrollable system. We are absolutely active participants in this reality, but only at the very beginning of the chain. We are for sure not the masters of it.
We're more like guests, living in a highly automated, flawlessly engineered biological house.
I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. If we don't even control our own digestion, are we truly self-sufficient? The next time you sit down in the evening light of your home, hanging out at the family dinner table, and you take a bite of your meal, really think about the vast, hidden journey that food is about to take. Let it be a humbling little reminder of our limitations, and maybe let it invite you to question your own perceived independence. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and keep questioning the fascinating reality right inside of you.